Well, 2022.
220. Okay, okay.
We're jumping around.
Go. Now we modern day.
The Oscars. Your brother is presenting an award. And he makes a joke about Jada. It was a G.I. Jane joke. Because G.I. Jane had, a shaved head.
Right.
Jada shows up with a shaved head.
G.I. Jane had a shaved head. G.I. Jane was empowering.
Yes.
G.I. Jane made, gave women's lib a shot in the arm. That's what who G.I. Jane was.
Now, the backstory between Chris Rock and Will Smith is a little hazy. Was there some sort of tension between the two from what you knew?
No. Not from what I know, no. And I would have known. Not from what I knew, but I would have known. Again, I have had the best seat the entire time. I would have known. I worked with this man for 4 years on a sitcom. I would have known.
Yeah. Because, later on, Chris talked about in his special, his Netflix special about, I guess Jada wanted him to boycott the Oscars.
The year he was hosting, right.
Yeah, the year he was hosting. Because Will didn't get nominated for, what movie was it? The movie about the CTE or something.
Oh, Concussion?
Concussion. It was something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Concussion. Yeah, it was Concussion. Yeah.
So they're saying there might have been some tension over that. But then again, you can't really ask someone to boycott, and not take a job just because their husband or wife has some sort of issue with the committee. That's just not realistic.
Thank you.
So, like I said, I don't quite know the backstory between the two and if there was any tension.
But even if that was tension, that was, 2 years prior?
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers couldn't have had a conversation in 2 years? In 2 years, y'all was sitting on that for 2 years, you telling me?
Mm-hmm.
He hosted in 2020, right?
Think so, yeah.
So, or maybe 2019. But backstory, I don't watch the Oscars. I don't fuck with the Oscars.
Yeah.
Only because every year great black movies come out that the Oscars don't acknowledge. So every year I don't watch the Oscars. Mm-hmm. Even the years my brother has hosted, the running joke in my household is everybody's gonna be glued to the TV except for Tony. Mm-hmm. I don't support the Oscars. I didn't know about the slap until 40 minutes after that shit happened.
Right. So Chris Rock is presenting an award. He makes a comment. He makes a joke about G.I. Jane. Will Smith walks on stage.
Will Smith laughs at the joke.
He laughs at the joke. But Jada doesn't look very happy.
But Will Smith laughs at the joke.
Will Smith laughed. Now, the interesting thing about this particular moment is because I read Jada's book. At that point, they had been separated for years. They weren't living together. They were not a couple. They came together, but they were not an actual married couple at that point. Will Smith storms the stage. And you think it's just a little Kanye moment. Like, I'm going to let you finish. But, G.I. Jane was the best movie of all time or something, And he drops the mic and walks off. But he actually assaults your brother on stage.
Yes.
Your phone is blowing up.
Yes.
It's all over social media. So although you're not watching the show, it's very easy to find this clip.
Okay, I'm not watching the show. I'm in the house watching basketball, and my phone goes crazy. My entire family lives on the East Coast. In the black household, when the phone goes crazy, somebody's dead, somebody's shot. There is a serious problem. Mm-hmm. So the phone's ringing crazy. And I'm thinking, damn, my mother. Something happened to my mother. Now I'm afraid to answer the phone. Fuck, man. I'm not ready for how heavy this phone call is about to be. Mm-hmm. And my baby brother Jordan calls me. And now I got to answer for him because I'm big bro to him. He need me to be strong for him. I answer the phone and he goes, yo, was that shit real? And I'm like, what shit real? You didn't see that shit? Like, see what shit? You not watching the Oscars? I'm like, yeah, I know I don't fucking watch the Oscars. And he's like, I'm gonna send you the clip. So it was actually, oddly enough, a relief that my brother got smacked in the face because I thought something, had happened to my mother. Mm. So it was actually, oh, that's just it. That's it. This is fine. I thought there was a problem with mommy. This is nothing. Now I have to address this. First, I got out of the panic mode that my mother was in trouble. When she was fine, it was like, okay, now I got to address this. Then I turned into brother mode, you know.
Okay. The slap happens. Will goes back to his seat and says, keep my wife's fucking name out your mouth.
Yeah, he turned into a real nigga that night.
Now, once again, according to Jada's book, she was shocked for a couple of reasons. Number one, she didn't know if it was real or not. Number two, Will had not addressed her as his wife in years. So she's like a little surprised as to why he would say that. And Chris literally said, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Takes a big man to admit that, right?
Hey,
there with the whole world watching.
How can't you admit it? Everybody just saw it.
Yeah.
It don't take much to admit it. The world saw it.
Now,
what's not to admit?